Alright, I want to do a review on this Wolfbox 3000 amp vehicle starter and tire inflator. I think they've come a long way now. They're including an inflator in this. A couple of neat details I want to go over with, and then we're going to do some real life samples on how this works. Alright, let me go over some of the features that this Wolfbox 3000 amp 160 psi inflator has. Of course, it comes with a handy little case to protect it, which is really actually very well built. Charger cables. With the connector for it, and inflator hose. It's got a good instruction manual. The charger cable for it, which is USB-C to USB-C, plus a couple of inflator devices that you might be able to use. Real quick overview on this. This is where you would attach the inflator hose. Screws right in there. It's got two USB ports, regular USB, USB-C. You use the USB-C to charge it. And then it's got an 18 volt 10 amp output. Don't have anything specific that I would test it on, but I assume that it works, right? The port to do the jump start is going to be right here. Now, operation is fairly simple. To turn it on, you hold this down, turns on. Automatically comes up in the PSI mode. It has default air pressure settings, so for the car it's 36. You can change it to kPa, kilograms per centimeter squared bar. If you're a diver, you'll recognize that. And PSI. The mode changes what you're charging. So if you hit it once, it goes to motorcycle, default 31 PSI. Bicycle, default 44 PSI. Sports ball of some kind, 9 PSI. Manual mode, you can change the pressure in manual mode, and one of the neat things is you can actually change the pressure in any one of these modes to whatever you need it. So for example, if you go to 40 psi, you could do that for the car. Doesn't have to be in any mode. You can really set it. It's just convenient that you have the different modes with the presets in it. Has a battery indicator. This has a full charge. It's got 4 bars, and of course there's also a handy flashlight. So here's the connector. If you're doing a battery boost, you would hit the boost button. You should get a green light if the polarity on your connections are correct. If you get a red light, it means that there's a reverse polarity, and you should probably fix that before you attempt to boost the vehicle. So let's get on and do some demonstrations, see how long the battery lasts, and give you my overall opinion and results of what we see from this. Alright, so we're approaching springtime. The mowers have been put up all winter. Most of them, if not all of them, are going to be dead to some extent. What I've done here, let me just show you real quick. I've actually disconnected. I know this battery is good, but I want to do this for demonstration purposes. So what I'm going to do is, this one will be on the ground, black. Then I'm going to hit the boost button. It's green. You may not be able to see that, so that tells me it's in a correct polarity. Let's see if it will start. Anyway, we got to start. I disconnected it. It was running off the battery. And so we know it'll start a lawnmower. That's test 1. Alright, next we're going to jump start a Subaru. The battery on this vehicle is actually fine. I've disconnected the positive, and I've got the booster hooked up to the ground as well as to what would have been to the positive. So let me hit the boost button. Light is green. There you go. It started right up. Alright, so now we're going to jump start a Tacoma. Battery's good, but we've disconnected the positive terminal. We've got the jump starter hooked up to it, and incidentally, even after what we've done so far, we've got 3 bars out of 4 left, so we're doing pretty good. So I'm going to go ahead and hit the boost button, and you won't be able to see it, but that green light is on, and we'll see if it starts. Well, you really can't ask for too much more from the boost starter. That actually temporarily went down to 2 bars, is up to 3 bars again. We're going to hook everything up and check out the inflator, see how that works. So it's been a long winter. We're getting the first warm days. Probably going to want to take the boat out. One of the first things you should do is check your tire pressure on your trailer. So let me go ahead and get that going and turn the Wolfbox on. And what this is going to tell me is what the pressure is on the tire. So it's at 35 psi right now. I want to put it in the mode where I set it. All right, so that's this mode. Actually, you can set it in any mode, but I'm going to set it up to 50 because that's what this trailer tire is. Actually, most trailer tires should be set to. And 50. There you go, filled it up to 50. I think that was about a minute, maybe a minute and a half. So it's not the fastest thing in the world, but you know what? It's a convenient way to get your tires up to pressure. All right, so one of the things that we do is we go fishing on the beach. And to get the truck rolling on the beach, on the sand correctly, you really got to air down the tires. So I've got these trailhead deflators, and they're set for about 20-25 psi. So I'm going to deflate a tire, maybe do all 4 of them, we'll see. And use the Wolfbox to inflate it again up to what standard is for me, at least 50 psi on these tires. So let me go ahead and get this going. All right, we've had our day at the beach. It's time to come off the sand and inflate our tires before we take that hour-and-a-half trip home. So let's see where we're at. We're at 25 psi. Actually, this thing's pretty good. I think that's about what I was shooting for when I calibrated it.
Hey. All right, 2 bars on the next one. All right, that's the second one. She said no more.
Won't do it?
Nah, it's flashing.
All right, so we've pushed this to its limit. We got 3 jump starts, inflated a trailer tire to 50 psi, managed to get 2 tires on the truck inflated to 50 psi, but after that the battery ran down. I have no doubt in my mind, had we not done the jump starts, I think it would have done all 4 tires, but that remains to be seen. Overall, really impressed with this device. Just got a lot of functionality in it. And of course the flashlight kept turning on by accident because that would, of course, that would hit the on button. So overall, really impressed. Really like this. We're going to have one of these in all of our vehicles. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you have, hit share and like. Don't forget to subscribe, and thanks for watching.